Hey, welcome back to How I Failed in Business, the podcast designed to remind us all that mistakes happen and that life and business isn't always about the wins. I'm Megan Grace, your digital marketing expert.
And I'm Rob Spence, sales trainer, author and coach who's helped thousands close deals.
This isn't about the wins or the champagne toasts. It's about the moments when everything goes wrong and what you learn when you pick yourself up. So Rob, how's your week been?
Yeah, do you know what? My week's been really good, thank you. It's been busy. Do you know what? Actually, the week has flown by.
It has.
You know when you go away on holiday and you come back and you hit the ground running? That running has not stopped all week. At the time of recording, it's Friday.
Yeah.
I've got a to-do list like 20 million pages long. There's something on my to-do list that I don't recognise the handwriting of.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, in the chat.
Yeah. I have no idea
That's
what I've
concerning.
written down. I've literally put down book in something. I'm supposed to book in something or someone. So it sounds quite important, but I can't make out my own handwriting. That's how busy my week has been this week. So if you can help me in that, that would be fantastic.
How am I supposed to know? You're supposed to book in.
I just need ideas. I need just shout names at me, words at me, and it'll come at me.
What did we say? Dan.
Dan. But I think it's a CL.
Doom is Mr. Doom.
Booking Mr. Doom. I'm not booking in Mr. Doom anytime soon. But how are you? How's your week been?
I'm okay.
Good. What have you been up to?
Had an incident over the weekend.
Not another.
No.
Not another one?
The pizza incident.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Saturday, I was getting ready to go out. I had a little bit to drink as I was getting ready, as you do.
Pre-drinks?
Right? Yeah, a little bit of pre's.
Yeah.
And I got the pizza out of the oven. I was making pizza to line my stomach. Cause I thought, let's be sensible
Important.
here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. But as I get the pizza out with one hand, I don't know why I didn't use two. With one hand, slips, falls onto my arm. I'm thinking it's fine. Like it was very like it hit and then it fell onto the floor. So I was like, it wasn't on my arm. This is the tray.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be fine, but as the week's gone on, it's just got progressively worse.
Well, I
so
thought it'd be healed by now.
I thought, yeah, that's what I mean. I thought like it would just sort of do its thing, but I don't know.
And now you feel that it could have sepsis.
Yeah.
Not syphilis, as
Not
I kept
syphilis.
saying yesterday. Now
But
you
it was
feel
the fact that you shouted it out loud in public. You were like, so how is your syphilis? And I was like, oh, God.
They're the same thing, aren't they? I don't know.
Don't know what.
I don't think we need to talk about what syphilis is. But do you have sepsis?
I'm concerned. I feel like if it was sepsis, I'd know about it by now.
Yeah.
But
what are the symptoms of sepsis?
Like feeling ill, which I feel fine.
Okay.
I've got a bit of a cold, but I don't think that's sepsis related.
I don't know. Maybe we should get Dr. Molly in on this. Producer Molly's in the house. Hi, Molly. How are you? She's mic'd up as always, ready to go, raring to go, juggling a million one things. How are you, Molly?
I'm very well, thanks, guys.
Good.
How's everyone?
Yeah, good, thanks. Apart from I'm sat next to someone with sepsis. Can you just do a quick Google search in terms of the symptoms of sepsis
One
for
of
us,
the
please?
symptoms is a rash.
Okay.
So I spoke to my friend who's a vet, because similar to yours. And she said that the rash could just be like the bandage that you've put on. But I'm thinking, how do I distinguish between a rash, like a normal rash or a sepsis rash? She was like, well, if
do you put the glass over it, or is that, no, it's meningitis, isn't it, I think? Well, you rub a glass over a rash and it tells you if you've got a rash. The glass doesn't tell you, but like, I promise you it's a thing. If you got meningitis, you get a rash and you put a glass over it, and then if the rash stays, then it means you got meningitis. Maybe we should do that later on.
I don't have meningitis.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, but Dr. Molly?
I don't think you've got sepsis.
Right,
You've definitely not got sepsis.
What are the symptoms here, Mol?
Changes in skin colour, which you definitely haven't got. Rash that does not fade. It is about rolling a glass.
Told you.
Same as meningitis. Responding like you normally do.
What do you mean?
You do seem a bit slow today.
No, I seem slow every day. I'm tired.
Are you okay though? You're responding. Do you think she's responding?
I think I'm responding.
I think you're fine.
Look, all I'm going to ask, because today's a very important episode, very important episode, because we've got our first physical guest of season 2 in the studio today, which is fantastic. Very excited. We've had Anthony Hutton in virtually, and now we've got someone in person. So can I just ask, just don't die. Like, can you just try and stay alive? Don't faint.
Try my best.
And don't like. Is it contagious, Dr. Molly? Is it contagious?
No.
No, she's shaking her head. That's okay. I just want health and safety. Safety.
Safety first.
Safety first, Molly. Isn't that right? Safety first.
Always, yeah.
Always about the safety. Well, shall we maybe introduce our
I think we
guest
should.
in? Okay, I've already become nervous about the job title that I should be saying, but we're going to go for it.
Please
So,
remember.
look, I've been looking forward to speaking with this individual for quite some time now, 6 months maybe, give or take, tiny bit more. I'd like to introduce to everyone Roseanna Croft, a Jungian life coach. Is that right? Amazing. Great. Let me get out of my chair. Over to you, Roseanna. Welcome.
Did I miss the smoke?
No, you didn't miss the smoke. The smoke.
There we go.
We're just having budget cuts, Roseanna, so we can only afford a tiny bit of smoke at a time.
Can't get the staff nowadays.
No, but how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Lovely. Do you want to just pull the mic a tiny bit closer? Is that sounding all okay, Molly? Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
How are
we
you?
can hear
Thanks for coming in.
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the set. Is it everything that you ever hoped and
It
dreamed
is.
it
It
would
really
be?
is. I feel famous.
I mean, you're never going to go on a podcast with a smoke machine again.
No,
I don't.
We
ever
never
think.
know.
Yeah, someone will steal our idea. But no,
Probably do it
thanks for
better.
coming in. Do you know what? I'm really glad as well. I said your well,
Yeah, you
first
did
your
it.
name right, but the Jungian life coach sounds really fascinating, and we follow you over on Instagram, and you do some great work, some really fascinating work. So, tell us about you. Tell us about what you do. What is a Jungian life coach?
It sounds fancier than it is. Actually, no, it's pretty fancy.
It does.
So,
It is.
basically, a Jungian life coach is, well, the life coach part is pretty self-explanatory. So I help people transform from the inside out. So Carl Jung was a Swiss psychologist who has helped bring a different aspect of psychology, kind of different to Freud, and help people understand their dreams, their internal world, how like their kind of spiritual world, archetypes that live within us that are controlling us, and the ego, the shadow, and all of these fun things that when I mention them, people generally run 10 miles in the opposite direction. So as a Jungian life coach, I help people understand their internal world and how their internal world is creating their external world and transform in that way.
Fascinating.
Does that make sense? Do I need to break it down?
Not at all. And I know, Megan, you're doing some research into one of the things that you offer.
Mm-hmm.
I apologise. I'm not going to be able to say
I
it.
don't know how you say it.
Do you want me to say it?
Please.
Yeah.
So I'm also a Kundalini activation facilitator.
That was it,
That's
yeah.
the one.
Thank you. So how are we saying that?
Kundalini.
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 Oh, that's easier than I
Yeah,
thought.
Yeah,
Actually.
how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have just said that then.
Well, I think traditional Sanskrit might not say it that way, but we say it.
Yeah.
Kundalini activation.
And what's that all about?
So most spiritual practices and yoga, meditation, tai chi, breath work, they're all aimed at awakening this dormant life force energy that lies at the base of your spine called Kundalini. So Kundalini energy is your raw life force energy. It's the energy that tells your heart how to beat. It's the energy that governs how the tides flow in and out. It's the feminine aspect of our universe.
Okay.
So most people's Kundalini lies dormant unless you have a spontaneous awakening or you work on spiritual practices. Kundalini activation is an energy transmission of the Kundalini frequency, so a little bit like Reiki.
Okay.
We know
Yes,
what
I've
Reiki
never
a little
done
bit.
it. Have you done Reiki?
No.
No. Yeah.
It's nice.
And one of our neighbours actually is a Reiki practitioner.
Yeah.
I believe our next door neighbour of the studio.
What is Reiki?
So it's another energy. So
Okay.
it's another flavour of life force energy,
Right.
and it's a healing energy. So it can help. It can really help heal like physical ailments and psychological ailments and stuff and emotional. But Kundalini is a very different flavour. Kundalini is a transformative energy. So on the theme of transformation, it really helps you to anything that's stuck in your body, trauma, emotions, that might be holding you back. So like people go and do plant medicine ceremonies and ayahuasca, and they help you purge.
Okay.
Yeah?
I'll be honest, that's all over my quiff. I don't know what any of that is.
Okay.
Sorry, no.
Okay. So basically it helps you to release anything that's holding you back.
Right.
Kundalini helps you to release. So the Kundalini activation is an energy transmission. I basically play some really good music, a banging playlist, and I transmit this frequency that in turn activates your Kundalini energy.
I love that.
Your Kundalini starts to rise. She will move anything out of your way that is not in alignment, so that you can bring your life into alignment, and magic stuff starts to happen basically.
Sounds really
fascinating. Sounds really interesting.
It does, because we've seen some of the videos and it looks really impactful. And we did ask you if we could do it here, and you said we need some loud music and some time, and I will cry.
Loud music, tissues.
Yeah. But it looked like, looking at the videos, you can really see the word that you've used there is that release and that sort of, I want to say relaxation thereafter, but it doesn't look like people. Is relax the right word? I don't know. Yeah.
Some people can go into like total bliss state, like no thought, feeling totally relaxed. Everybody after the session basically always feels really good. So that's, it can be a form of, it can help people release stress.
Yes. I love it. We'll have to make sure we try and interlace some of your videos in with the editing here a little bit. Would you ever do that, Megan? Would you be?
I would. I would be so down for that.
Yeah. Maybe we need to organise like a group session for the team. What do we reckon?
Not in a group session.
No.
Yeah.
Is that too?
It's group.
In a group
session.
Group.
Yeah. It's group. We do. It's group, but you're not aware of anybody else.
Okay.
You're aware of your own process.
Fair enough then.
You have a great time.
I actually would. I think that sounds like.
If nothing else, it's good music.
That's all I'm there for.
No, I think we should do it as a Paragon group. We should all get together. Molly, would you be up for this, do we think?
I'd be so up for this.
Would you really? I didn't think you would.
Oh, amazing.
There we go. There you got a booking. Have we got enough space in the main part of the studio, do you think?
Yeah, we got curtains.
There we go. No. Do we? No. Let them watch.
Delay.
It does sound really fascinating. So if I can ask them, what was your journey to, because that's not something you wake up and go, do you know what one I want to be when I grow up? I want to do this. What was your journey to get there then?
It's a long story. How long have we got?
We're fine. We're fine.
Okay. So how did I get there? I used to have another business, so I was a jewellery designer for how long? 10 years or so before I came into this work. And I had a shop in Bakewell, the Peak District?
Yes,
Bakewell,
Oh, lovely.
Bakewell tarts, yeah.
So I love a Bakewell tart, yeah.
So I had a shop in Bakewell. I used to be a jeweller in Australia, and I moved back here, opened a shop. Dreaded COVID happened. Moved to London. Well, no, actually, COVID was really good for my business.
Oh, was it?
Really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved everything online. Moved to London. Kind of helped me access a wider audience. And I actually started my own podcast in COVID. So,
you did,
yeah.
which I think is how we first met, if memory serves me right, on a platform to connect podcasters together.
I think so. So I was basically running myself into the ground, working 12, 14-hour days in this business over COVID. Because what else did we do? Worked, and burnt out. Had chronic stress, anxiety. And I was like, okay, what's going on in my body? Why, what's going on? I started addressing every aspect of my life. I started meditating more, and a few things fell out of my life. And then I found a lump in my breast, and I ended up being diagnosed with breast cancer, all in a very, very quick period of time. So this breast cancer, which, by the way, I had an amazing journey. I'm all healed. It's all good. Everything goes stony silence when I mention cancer, but it's we're all good. But it was the catalyst for me to go inward and address what was going on in my life, why I wasn't happy, Like, I have all the things. I have this really successful business in London, champagne in the members bars on the Friday night, you know, like I'm living this life. I have the handbags to prove it. Like, I'm happy, right? And I was not happy at all. I was, miserable and just, chronic stress at 30 shouldn't really happen. So I started going inwards. I learned about shadow work. So shadow work is making the unconscious conscious. And it's where basically your unconscious mind is kind of running the show. Unconscious fears, emotions. Basically, it's your conditionings that you were kind of programmed with as a child. Society, culture programs you to be a certain way.
Yeah.
So I learned about shadow work and started doing my own. Fascinated by it, fascinated by the mystery of Jungian depth psychology. First of all, I trained as a meditation teacher.
Okay.
Because that, as you do. So
a nice step in, I guess. Yeah.
I use meditation to help heal. Do you know Dr. Joe Dispenza?
I don't know.
No. Okay. Research him.
Okay,
really
we
cool.
will. Yeah.
So I started doing his meditations while I was healing from cancer. I was doing them twice a day, and I had a pretty miraculous cancer journey. It was a very rare form of breast cancer. I had like a 50% chance of shrinking the tumor, and within like two chemo sessions, like the tumor had basically gone.
Wow.
And I was doing these meditations, and I believe that it's because I fully started to address what was going on internally, because most illnesses, 95% of illnesses are stress related, and emotional, physical stress, all like not just kind of mental stress, but so I started addressing internal, and that was with meditation, self-inquiry, and then everything shifted. So I believe that it had a huge impact on how I healed. So trained as a meditation teacher, trained as a Jungian life coach, started to pivot the business that I was in. Realised I didn't have as much passion for the jewellery anymore. And then basically, and this won't mean very much, but I had a spontaneous Kundalini activation. So my energy shot up, awakened in my body.
Okay.
And it kind of appeared that I was having a seizure. I wasn't.
So it was really like physical. You could see it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was plugged up to a machine. It was in surgery, and I was plugged up to a machine, and they thought I was having a seizure. But it wasn't. It was a Kundalini rising.
Yeah.
So this energy, and it looks like Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this in his studies, that ecstasy in the brain. So when Kundalini shoots up your spine, it can produce ecstasy in the brain.
Right.
And so when she shoots up the spine, ecstasy in the brain can, on a brain scanner, can look like you're having a seizure.
Right.
And like you've seen the videos, like the arms move.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're having a seizure. So the doctor thought I was having a seizure. Anyway, Kundalini. I then was told about this magical practice called Kundalini activation.
Yeah.
And I went to my first session, and I kind of did go, I want to do this when I grow up.
I love that.
I knew straight away that I had to work with this energy and learn about the energy, because it's so powerful. And most people who do yoga don't realize that this is the aim of yoga. It's not just an exercise. It's not just a fitness thing. But yes, that's the short version.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
And it's I love like this, because I've never done Kundalini.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did.
Oh
Well done.
yes. Okay. I'm on
good at
2 out,
this.
2 out, 2 out of 2 here. I've not done Kundalini, but I believe I've done something quite similar.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of TRE.
Yes.
So trauma release exercises.
It is similar.
And I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved it. I've not done it for a few years now, and we still speak and work with the instructor or practitioner or whoever. I'm a big advocate for it, because is it a similar thing? Is that
it is similar? Yeah. The body reacts in a similar way. Yeah. And it is releasing trauma. Because
that genuinely, it felt like a release.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, she's a good friend of mine. She's like, look, I was going through a really hard time anyway, and I thought I tried the usual, you know, the counselling, the therapy, all that kind of thing, and it's just it wasn't for me. Not that I didn't try, it just wasn't working. And she's like, come round, we'll do this. And I thought, go on then, we'll give it a go. And I remember I was on the floor, and you know, you feel it's not just your legs shaking. I genuinely could feel my whole lower back and to some degree my whole sort of spinal system move and shake in a way that I've never experienced before. Next thing you know, I'm sobbing like a baby, but it was the most beautiful crying of my life. It wasn't like I just watched a John Lewis advert or something. It was like a
Christmas
ad. It was like a really deep, and you said earlier that feeling of the feeling afterwards, I felt light.
Yeah.
I felt all of a sudden I was as light. I mean, I'm a massive boy, like I'm not light as a feather, but I felt like I could float. It was insane. So is that the similar kind of thing?
Very similar. That feeling in your spine will have been Kundalini.
Amazing. Honestly, I'm a big advocate for it. Yeah, I'd love to get you in for the team at some point, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
we should.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good thing. So
Powerful.
Are you still doing anything with the jewelry? Because I'm admiring some of the jewelry you got on today. It's beautiful. Is any of this your own work?
Yeah. So the bougie pieces are my own. The little brass snakes, not. But so I made all of these. This one.
Do you miss that? Would you ever go back to it, or?
Well, it hasn't launched yet, but.
Can we hear for an exclusive on the pod? I don't know.
I am designing a new brand of. I'm creating a new brand. I'm about to launch a new brand. It's like I'm really procrastinating with it. It's ready to go. I just need to push the button.
Press the go button.
I just need to press the go button. But I'm like, I don't want to do all of this again. Because it was so busy in the last jewelry business, and I know how much goes into it as well. So I'm like, but yes, I have. I do miss designing and making jewelry. I used to make everything as well.
Wow.
So I do miss that. But I'm looking forward to doing it in a new way. So I did everything bespoke. I designed engagement rings, wedding rings, redesigned heirloom pieces, and it was a lot. But I loved it. But this time I've designed a collection that people will go online, hopefully fall in love with, and
well, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
I think it'll be fantastic. Maybe this could be the catalyst.
Yeah.
To actually stop that procrastination.
I know.
There's so much I want to talk to you about, and we want to talk about some of your failings and what you've learned from as well. But I want to quickly, just because I've had the way from Molly, which means we've got 5 minutes until break. So will you humour me and play one of my games, Icky Linky, please? Amazing.
I think the whole of Linky is icky.
It is, yeah, it is. It really is. And if you ever read any of my posts, they are as icky as they come, aren't they?
Yeah, there was one yesterday about like, thank you,
Rob's.
Paragon team, you're like one of a kind or something like that. And I was like, oh, what's this about?
Yeah, it was quite icky.
Yeah,
but
it was icky.
that's the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the game you got to play. So what we're going to do, we're going to reveal the winner of last week's, or I think a couple of weeks ago, because we missed a week accidentally. And then I'm going to put to you a LinkedIn post. You've got to decide whether it's a true story or whether I've just made it up. Okay. So the last post, or the last LinkedIn post that could have been true or false, said, today I watched my barista get my name wrong again, but instead of correcting it, I smiled, because in life and in business, it's not about names, it's about legacy. While waiting for my oat milk flat white, I closed a deal on my phone, coached a struggling startup founder via WhatsApp, and sent a voice note to my mentee in Singapore, all before 9:15 a.m. People ask me how I do it. The answer, I don't chase balance, I chase impact. Can you remember what you thought that was?
I think we both said false.
You think?
Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
I think you both said false. Well, I'm pleased to say that you are both right. I had made that up. I had made that one up.
Knew it.
So I'm going to read out this week's one. As always, we'll reveal the answer on next week's episode. So make sure we are subscribed, following to find out, and we'll get Roseanna involved in guessing if this one's true or false. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Right. I'm traveling for work, and instead of eating a fancy dinner out, I've decided to cook a cheaper meal in the hotel room. Even though the hotel room didn't have a kitchen, I managed to use the coffee machine to cook chicken with butter and garlic. Although my company allows me to expense dinner while traveling, I wanted to save money because I know that every dollar counts on the P&L, or profit and loss. It's the little things that get you promoted. I think we're all in agreement that that is an icky story.
Yeah.
Do we feel it's a true post, or is one that Robert has made up?
How do you cook chicken in a coffee machine is my first question.
You've never been to prison?
No, I've not. No. Do they have coffee machines in prison?
Well, they've got kettles, and you take the lid
Yeah,
off.
but you said coffee machine.
Wow, it's the same concept.
And
I
it
guess.
said dollars, which would suggest that it was American.
American?
Americans' coffee machines are very different to ours. I mean, I just don't think you could possibly make that up.
You don't know, Rob. Honestly, you could make anything up. But then, see, the dollar thing is interesting because would you think to write in dollars if you were making it up? Would you use American terms?
That much?
I cannot get involved in the conversation. Roseanna, I'm going to ask you, is that a true story, or do you think I've fabricated that?
I think it's true.
You think it's true? Okay,
I think it's too. I just
let
don't
me make some notes so I don't forget.
see how somebody could make that up.
Okay, so Roseanna is saying true. What are you saying?
I'm going to go with true.
You're going to go with true as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Molly, over to you.
False.
You think that's a made-up story? Well, look, what we'll do is we'll keep you sitting on that thought for another week. Find out in next week's episode, see if that's a true story or a complete fabrication of Rob Spence's world. Well, we're going to take a pause, some short messages, and we'll be back in just a second.
Hi, I'm Megan, and this is Rob, and welcome to Paragon Creative Studios right here in Leicestershire.
We've got 2 fully equipped podcast studios, ideal for any form of podcast, whether you're looking to record something audio only or video podcasts as well.
From solo shows to group discussions, any topic, any vibe, we've got the setup to help your podcast shine.
Want to take charge? You can record and self-produce using our high-tech equipment.
Or if you'd rather sit back, our expert team can help out with everything, from production, filming, editing, and even marketing your podcast to the world.
So whether you're a seasoned podcasting pro or just starting out, Paragon Creative Studios are here to help.
So come join us in Leicestershire and book your session today at paragoncreativestudios.com.
Lovely. Welcome back to How I Failed in Business, joined by the wonderful Roseanna Croft. Roseanna, off camera, we were talking a little bit about angel numbers, simply because Megan, why are angel numbers important to you, and what's going on? Why are we talking about angel numbers?
To be fair, I've always sort of been interested by them. I've never done too much research into them. But every time I see one, I sort of make a note of it. But before, it's always been I'll see maybe 1111 or 444, and I'll sort of see them every so often. But then I say recently, a couple of weeks ago now.
Yeah.
I kept seeing 222, but all the time, very frequently, and it was just 222 and nothing else. So that led me to be a bit curious as to what that meant.
So you said you got a bit of an insight into these numbers.
A little bit.
So I'll come at it from 2 different angles.
Okay.
So in Jungian terms, in the Jungian world, we see everything as a symbol or a message from the unconscious mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your unconscious mind, your inner world, your own mind is creating your reality. So this is all a fabrication of our conjoined minds right now.
Right.
So when there's a message that you need to receive, it will keep showing you symbols and the first thing I noticed when I walked into the studio was the Buddha in the corner, because that's very much a part of my world. So I'm resonance. Yeah. I see the Buddha. Angel numbers come up as a sign of synchronicity and that a divine guidance, if you like, from your higher self, from whichever part of your mind.
Okay.
So then kind of all the angel numbers mean something different, and I am not an expert.
That's fine.
I'm an expert in...
We'll accept anything you can give us right now. We are at a loss.
Okay, amazing. So expert in the signs and synchronicities, not such an expert on the actual angel numbers, but when I have researched for my own to research 222, it came up as love.
Right.
And so balance, inner balance, sacred union of your masculine and feminine energies, very interesting because Kundalini also does that.
Yeah.
But yeah, balance, harmony, but also like new love, new beginnings.
Okay.
Have you been dating?
So I want to focus on something that Roseanna said there. I'm just going to throw it like a truth grenade. New love. It was new love. Was
New
it
beginnings.
New beginnings. New beginnings.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
If that's what I'm supposed to do. Why are you sitting like that?
Okay, can somebody let me in on this?
Sorry, yeah, someone needs to say what.
Okay.
I'll leave it to you.
I'm the editor. I can edit this out if I need.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So I did recently go through a breakup.
Okay.
There wasn't a lot of closure with that. So I've sort of been feeling a little bit like, do I need, what do I need? What do I want? What do I need? Is it that I want that relationship, or is it that I want closure from that relationship to then find new beginnings? So I guess that's what I've sort of been trying to figure out what 222 is meaning.
Yeah.
Does it mean, I don't know.
I would say it means that you're on the right path.
Right.
And to take it as a nod from the universe that it's right and that new beginnings are coming.
Okay.
I think that's beautiful.
I think that's nice.
That's lovely.
I think that's nice. I think I need to get out of my own way.
Yeah.
And
let it be.
Let it be. There we go.
Love that. That is exactly what we needed to hear. Or Megan, what we thought Megan needed to hear, potentially. I don't know. How do you feel about all that? Are you...
No, it feels good. I feel, it feels nice. Yeah.
Thank you, Roseanna.
Thank you, Roseanna.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, although, look, it sounds like you've had an incredible journey, incredible story, and I know you've only give us like the top level view. I'm sure we could dive deeper, but one thing we always like to talk about on the podcast is where things have gone wrong, mistakes that have happened. And if anything, you shared like a big mistake I see a lot of business owners doing, and I've done myself so many times, and I've recently been kind of doing it again, where we over-focus on work and we burn ourselves out, and we forget to listen to our body and what our body's telling us, and we hyper-focus on that. And I wholeheartedly believe that our body will tell us when we are going too fast. I always think like even colds. I'm a big believer that colds and coughs are
a sign.
Yeah, to say slow down. But tell us a little bit about some of the things that have perhaps gone wrong in your journey, what you've learned from them, and what the situations were.
I think so. My jewellery business, you could see it in two ways. So basically, I'm very much so I get very passionate and I go full like bullet a gate, gonna do this, do. And I burnt myself out doing this and like chasing success, right? Okay, so that's one failure. I was chasing success. Yeah. I was chasing monetary success.
I was going to say, is it the wrong definition of success?
I was chasing the wrong definition of success, the one that I had been conditioned to believe was successul by society.
The handbags, the champagne.
You got it. You got it. And so that was, I guess, one failure, but also didn't know. It was a very innocent thing. But what I did do when I decide I'm out, I'm out.
Yep.
Right.
So I probably didn't wind the business down. Oh, well, I say that. No, maybe I held on too long, actually. I held on too long. I held on too long to a business that was failing. And the business ended up, I should have wound it up, but it ended up being liquidated. So that was a hard failure, but it was a hard lesson to learn, but it was a necessary one because I believe, I learned so much from it. I'll not go there again. But I've also had so we'll start at the top. Yeah, that was a big failure.
Can I just ask before we go into the things, like obviously that's your baby, you've built that. When you're going through that process, and I hope you don't mind me asking, it's quite a deep question. Those emotions that come with that, how was that when you were going through that? Was it liquidated then in the end? Is that right? Yeah.
It was liquidated, and it took a long time. It wasn't straightforward. In fact, here's another failure. I got a lot of bad advice.
Okay.
Lots of very bad advice from accountants going through COVID. Some stuff wasn't moved around financially. When I became a limited company, stuff wasn't moved around properly.
Yeah.
Very, very expensive mistakes in there. I took bad advice. I didn't do my own research because I have the belief that I'm creative and I'm not good with numbers. So there were a lot of emotions. It was hard. It was really hard. It was my whole identity. I was this bougie jewellery designer living in London, and I'd been a goldsmith for I called myself a goldsmith and not a jewellery maker. I was very attached to it. I think the hardest thing was realising that actually I didn't want to run that business anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, okay, so then what?
Like you kind of it kind of becomes your identity.
Yeah.
I think at times.
It really, really does. Like, how do we introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
Like, hi, I'm Roseanna and I do this. Yeah. Like, this is what are you? Oh, I am this. Like, that really is our identity. So then when that's taken away from you, that it brings on, in Jungian terms, it's like a dark night of the soul.
Okay. We
lose our identity. We have to search for meaning in a new way and that go within. I went within.
Because to be on it, that is one of my biggest fears, like just if anything were to happen to the businesses, like I went through like a bit of a, I go through this from time to time. It's like, who am I without the business? Because I put in too much time into the business at times. And it's like, if I took that away, who is Rob Spence? Like, what am I? What do I stand for? Who, and so on. That's like my biggest fear. So fair play to, get through that and manage that.
And how I did was learning who I am without it.
Really?
And going within. And this is what all of these practices have helped me do. The meditation, the Kundalini, basically it's all to know thyself. Know thyself without the identity. Okay. The identity is the false self. That's not who you are. Yeah. That's a personality that we put on every day, just like we put on our mascara and our clothes and our handbags. Yeah.
Rob knows about that.
All too well.
So it's all an identity, and that's the false self, and that's where we mostly go wrong as humans is by following the false self. But maybe like I'm still a person and I'm still here, and I lost the identity, and I found myself in a new way. Yeah. So you can find yourself in a new way without having to go through the loss.
Love that. So those are the things that you said. So I interrupted your flow when you said it will start at the top.
Start at the top, right? We've got the heavy stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
She had cancer and her business failed.
There we go. Heavy episode.
Okay, so what else has happened? I've had some really annoying, I was in customer service.
Oh, God.
I can imagine.
I've had some really annoying, I had two clients in very quick succession try and sue me because of jewellery that they had broken.
Oh.
So one lady, and I have a lot of compassion for her because she was going through a lot, but she was one of my regular clients. And she was in a car accident and smashed her hand, basically. I saw her in a coffee shop a couple of days later, and she said, "Oh, your ring saved my hand. The ring that you made me saved my hand because it stopped her hand from being crushed."
Yeah. I mean, that's
what
a great marketing message that is, isn't it? Yeah, to some degree.
Yeah, but a week later, a diamond fell out of the ring because it had an impact.
The impact. Yeah.
And she blamed me and tried to sue me for $6,000.
Oh, for God's sake.
Would you rather lose the diamond from the ring or your hand?
Yeah.
I know.
I mean...
It's so hot and cold.
Yeah.
But thankfully, solicitors were on my side and basically told her, you can't do this.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dicey. But then not long before, I had another one break the diamond in their engagement ring. Diamonds do break, people.
Yeah.
Diamonds are not indestructible. They do break. My idea is that they maybe got drunk on their wedding day, fell or hit the ring or something. The diamond shattered. Again, they took me through small claims.
Serious?
Yeah, and in the end, I was like, this is just not worth that much. So I ended up giving them a full refund. But they were hard like mistakes to learn. I don't know if it wasn't even my mistake.
Well, no, I don't think so. From what you've explained there, but I think it shows that like people always think it's someone else's fault.
Yeah.
Right.
But you made the jewellery. You sold them the jewellery. What happens after that? Like, if you can't control them looking after it, that's not on you.
And I think that it was like my terms and conditions should have been stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, so that's terms and conditions. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The diamond that smashed on the wedding day, like, I think there was an inkling of me that was like, I don't want to work with this person. And I did it anyway.
Yeah.
So there's a lesson.
It's funny you should say that, because we've had that on the podcast quite a few times, and I've made so many mistakes before. Sometimes you get a feeling from a client and you go, they're going to be hard work. For whatever reason, we just don't get, there's some clients come in, you click. You feel like you've met them all your life and you feel that there's a synergy no matter what you're selling. Others, you go, this is really hard work. And we've, for want of a better term, got into bed with those people, and we've really messed up because of it. Because they become the hardest clients to work with. They become the most demanding. They don't pay invoices on time. They dispute everything. They cause like headaches and stress for your team members, everything. I can see Megan and Molly slightly smirking a little bit.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you get the, but it's really hard, isn't it? And I don't know if you went through this. Sometimes, without sounding greedy, you need the money. You need the business. You need the cash flow. So how do you...
Yeah, that was why I took it on.
Yeah. I've become really sort of, well, these two might disagree, but I've started to become a bit more picky and choosy. If I start to pick up on those red flags, I won't go to the end of the earth. Do you think I have or not?
We'll have a discussion later.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm not as good as I thought, but yeah, I thought I'm better at, but then also I think I'm better at detaching from those clients that do leave who have been causing a headache. I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. Just go.
Yeah.
Would you say that that's quite a hard part of business, customers and clients? And
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm very, very grateful now with my work. It's coaching, it's one-on-one, it's intensive. I get to know the person very well. And if a person doesn't like me, they don't work with me. If I don't get a good vibe from them, we don't work together. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
But in like sales, jewellery, fine jewellery, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
And the cash flow was a big thing. It was, and especially at the beginning, like, I built the business from nothing with like from nothing. So cash flow, running a shop, I was very much in the, I'll just take anything. I'd just take anything. And I learned the hard way not to just take anything.
It's a hard lesson.
It is a hard lesson
to take on. But if we may, do you mind playing another game with us? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
These games are quite fun.
Right, cue the music, Molly. I'm going to go get our Taylor Swift. All will be explained.
Is it karaoke?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it should be, you know. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it?
I feel a bit underdressed.
I know. So, just to explain this here, this is what we call our Taylor time tracker. Okay. So, our game is simple. It's called Mystery Mishaps.
Okay.
And the rules of the game are, I've got 5 clues to share with you. All about something that a business has done wrong. Okay, so it could be a major mishap. Maybe they have gone burst. Maybe they've just made like a wrong marketing move. Maybe they got sued for whatever reason. Something's happened. I'm going to share with you 5 clues. You've got to guess who the company is. Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
No pressure at all. But we've got a leaderboard here. This is our Taylor time tracker. The idea being, you've got to do it swift. Well, hey, so
I get it.
Yeah, you go. It'll come. See, I'm not just a pretty face. So the quicker you guess, the higher up the scoreboard you are. Okay. So recently we've had Big Brother winner from 2005, Anthony Hutton. He came in at 2:59. He is, for want of a better term, because of where he's positioned, he's holding up the rear. We've got Megan. Here we go at 2:22. Angel numbers.
This is where.
This is where it started.
Yeah. Or one of them, wasn't it?
It wasn't. It was like. It was when I got this when I realised how much I'd been seeing it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Myself on 2 minutes 14. Don't like to brag, but I beat Megan, which is great. Now, fortunately, or fortunately, I don't know.
Unfortunately.
Molly is leading the way.
By quite a bit.
Yeah.
She got her guess in 11 seconds.
No.
So
I think she got a very lenient, easy question.
look, the rules of the game are the rules of the game. Okay, so
You got to keep the producer on side.
Yeah, fair.
Exactly. So, if I may, I'm going to take a little photo of you. We'll get the Polaroid warmed up. So, are you happy? Are you comfortable? I'll take a little shot.
Go for it.
Beautiful. Right, we'll let that develop.
It's one of those things where you definitely look like this.
No,
Yeah.
you looked beautiful. Don't you worry. So, I mean, are you any good at this kind of game? Where do you think you're going to be positioned on here?
I quite like her shoes.
Yeah. Well, don't drag it out just to be down there. But right, who wants to do the time? Do you want to do the time? Yeah, fantastic. How are we doing for time on the actual 10 minutes? Perfect, fantastic. So, are you comfortable?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Molly, are we there with the times? Okay, Roseanna, welcome to Mystery Mishaps, and away we go. This British hospitality giant is a go-to for affordable pint and pub grub with hundreds of locations across the UK. Oh,
Bob, that was way too much
That was-
information. That was why. May as well have just said, "This
Right.
is Weatherspoons."
And now, tell me what they did wrong.
Yeah.
They've done lots of things wrong.
Why did you throw the notes away?
because the second I read them, I was like, I shouldn't have said that. It was a Hagrid moment.
The rest of the clues.
I don't know, you read them out.
The rest of the
I
clues
can't
are
talk.
just
I can't talk. Read the
rest of the
clues.
clues
I think that you should be put on her shoes.
Yeah.
Should be moved down for
Yeah.
this.
Social media buzz called out the move, with regulars joking that the fancy brews didn't belong in their local. The company's name is tied to a founder, a well-known figure who's vocal about everything from... Wait, why was that not the first clue? You started with the easy... It's meant to go hard to easy. You've gone easy to hard.
Yeah, sorry, what was the fifth clue?
This chain is famous for its no-nonsense vibe, but this misstep showed even they can miss the mark when chasing trends.
I think that's not even a clue in itself, is it really?
That's not a clue
That's
at
not a
all.
clue.
I mean, well done, Roseanna.
Well done. No, we should be
yeah,
applauding, actually. We should
I
be
guess.
applauding.
I feel like she beat Molly.
What,
Did you even get to press play on the timer? Or?
Molly, what was the official time?
7 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Roseanna, well, and what a lovely photo is this, by the way. Look at that. Are you happy with that?
I'm more than happy with
Yeah, that's
that.
lovely.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a lovely photo. So 7 seconds.
7.9.
That's so
We're going to put the
pretty.
0.9, I think.
Just
'cause-
in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Is this the
Just in case Rob messes up again.
Oh,
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't think. Oh, so have you got another pen?
I don't think that'll work, but
Yeah. Are they all in black or blue? Just while I do this, Megan, do you want to read out what
Yeah.
actually happened?
In 2025, JD Weatherspoon, a leading UK pub chain known for its low-cost food and drinks,
Like we didn't know.
launched an upscale craft beer range aimed at tapping into the growing craft beer trend. Priced significantly higher than their usual offerings, the new beers alienated their core customer base, who value affordability over artisanal
Yeah.
Artisanal branding.
Not artisanal.
That's what I was actually that's what I was like, what? The launch inferred from hospitality industry challenges like those... No, this doesn't make sense. The launch, inferred from hospitality industry... That doesn't make sense. Can you read it?
We've heard from us industry challenges like those noted in UK Hospitality's 2025 reports on rising costs and shifting consumer preferences, received backlash on social media platforms like X, where patrons criticised the disconnect between the premium pricing and Weatherspoon's budget-friendly identity. The flop led to excess inventory and a dent in brand loyalty, highlighting the risks of misreading customer expectations in a competitive market.
There we go.
So there we go. Well, look, you are leading. You are leading the way at
They're
7.9 seconds. Can 7.9 seconds be beat, do we think?
I mean, I could have beaten it because I hesitated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hesitated for like 2 seconds. I was like, this is too easy.
What a muppet.
Set the bar
Sorry.
now.
Sorry. Well, look, we've got about 5 minutes left, unfortunately. We had the way from Molly. So if people want to stay in touch with you, if people want to get in contact with you, how's best for them to do that?
Instagram, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, find me on Instagram or on my website, at Roseanna Croft.
Amazing. And we'll make sure we share those in the show notes and the descriptions below for you. But have you had a good time on the pod?
Yeah, this is great fun.
It's absolutely flown by, isn't it? How have we done an hour's recording?
That's crazy.
Already. But
I
no,
feel like it.
it's absolutely flown by. And I say this to a lot of our guests. I always feel like we can talk for hours.
Yeah.
You know, we need
More games.
And
Yeah.
honestly, Roseanna, thanks so much for being a great
Thank
sport.
you.
And thank you for everything you brought to the table today. Thank you.
For having me.
And no, thank you. And that's it for another episode of How I Failed in Business. I'm Rob Spence.
And I'm Megan Grace. Thanks for joining us to laugh, learn, and maybe wince a little at today's epic fails. Got your own business blunder? Slide into our DMs at How I Failed in Business. We're all ears.
If you are loving these stories, drop us a review or follow us wherever you listen. If it keeps us going and the flops flowing. I said that completely wrong. And do not forget to follow and subscribe. Catch you next time for more lessons from the School of Hard Knocks.